Communications students take a tour of Metlife Stadium. Students design housing for Habitat for Humanity. And School Talk with Mr. Dileo has arrived. All that and more coming up on this episode of Wildcat News. Thanks for tuning in to Wildcat News. I'm Danny J.
And I'm Ashley Mazzella.
Recently, the video production and Comm 2 students were lucky enough to take a private tour of Metlife Stadium. Let's take a look.
Let's go, Metlife Trip 2018. Into the press box. We're down here on the field at Metlife Stadium.
What an amazing trip. Can't wait to see where we head to next.
As many of you have noticed, the trend of Fortnite has taken over Warwick. Recently, I had the chance to head out on the street with the story. Hi, I'm Danny Jelenowitz, and we're here with Malcolm Bolar. Malcolm, Fortnite is the #1 trending game right now. Do you play it?
Yes, I play Fortnite. Everybody plays Fortnite.
What are your techniques to the game?
I usually try to drop as fast as I can, get to Tomato Town possibly, get some weapons, and go from there. Yeah. I played it on PS4, but I've played it on all the other platforms before.
So, do you like to play squads, duos, or solos?
I'm more of a solos guy, but squads is very fun.
No duo?
No, not really, no.
It's just a game that you could stay on all night just playing, you know. It's highly addictive. You just want to go out there, try to catch a win. And when you win, you feel some type of way that no other game. 2K, it's not like that winning feel. I just won Fortnite. There's 100 people in the Royale, and I'm out here #1. So I don't need no backup. It's nothing like that. So that's how it is.
Where's your favorite place to go in the map?
Pleasant Park or Lonely, you know. I find a higher success rate there. It's just the terrain. Everybody has a special place. It's mine.
Is there any special connection you have with like a squad, or you can just join anyone, take them right to victory?
I have my main squad, but I could bounce around a little bit, you know.
That's good. So you have any like preferred places to go on the map, or?
Nah, I like to mix it up. I don't have favorites, but I'm the worst player in the school, so I need to try out different locations, like Loot Lake, right in the middle, just plop in the water and just run around.
Any wins?
0 solo, maybe 1 squad.
You definitely got carried though, right?
100%, but I had moral support.
Thanks, Dan. Now on to our next story. A lot of people want to get in better shape in the new year. Students at Warwick Valley High School do it at our very own gym. Students will find a variety of ways to work out their bodies. Such as weights to bench press, leg curl machines, and treadmills.
Hey, we want to welcome you to the room of self-improvement. If you want to get bigger, faster, and stronger, every day after school from 2:30 to 3:45, go Wildcats.
Everyone pull up to the weight room, no days off.
This is the place to start taking your first step into becoming the new and better you. The weight room is for everyone of all grades and ages, so don't be afraid to come whenever you're free.
A different part, more
The future of NASA is off to a good start thanks to the Aerospace Club at Warwick Valley High School. First thing on the students' agenda is getting a rocket.
What we do in the Aerospace Club is we explore rocketry. Our goal is to build several model rockets, which will test a variety of variables such as flight time and height.
We're currently fundraising, and one of the ways we're going to do that is by selling some Gertrude Hawk chocolates.
Finding a rocket isn't as hard as it used to be thanks to the internet, but raising the money to buy and understanding what that rocket would be used for takes a little more time. You can show your support of the Aerospace Club by supporting them in their fundraising efforts. Looks like all the students had a blast. We'll be right back with our first edition of School Talk with Mr. Dileo. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Peter. And there's nothing I love more than sharing vegetables with my friends.
Come on in! Help yourself to anything.
That's why we give our food the utmost respect it deserves. Did you know there are simple steps we can all take to help save food? You can cook it, store it, even share it. Just don't waste it. Because when it comes to food, better ate than never. To learn more, visit savethefood.com.
Welcome to the first installment of School Talk for 2018. Hi everybody, I'm your host Nick Dileo and I'm excited to be back in our brand new studio. School Talk can be found each month in WVT's Wildcat News. You can find us online by subscribing to Warwick Valley Television on YouTube. In addition to Wildcat News, you'll find Overtime, In the Valley, and Short Stack. Okay, joining me for this inaugural show is Warwick Valley High School Principal, Dr. Larry Washington. How are you, sir?
Good.
It's
Happy
good to
be
see
here.
you. Good, good, good. You're always my first guest. School year's off to a good start?
Yes, going well, going well.
All right, we got a couple questions we want to start off the year with. And the first one is the addition of these new letters. Last year we had A, B, C, and D. We've now augmented with E, F, G, and H. And the question we want to know is, what were the motives for adding these additional letter days to the schedule? And what have the results been so far?
Well, I think the purpose of having the letter days was to give students a more options in their schedule. So in the original schedule, sometimes our students would get locked into certain days when they rotate out where they wouldn't connect to their schedules. So now we have more options as far as our students' lessons, their study halls, their phys ed classes, expand the schedule. So now they can take more elective classes. We have more flexibility in our schedule by expanding the actual letter day. So it seems like it's been working very well for the building. Our study hall classes are actually smaller, and our phys ed classes are a lot smaller than they are now.
The physics classes.
Our phys ed classes, pardon me, our phys ed classes.
Yeah, because they were top.
They were tough last year, real top heavy.
Super.
So it's worked out to benefit kids, I think. I think it's working well.
Now, we had A, B, C, D last year. We were talking about it off camera, and again, E, F, G, H. This allows for brand new classes to come in?
Absolutely. I think one of the issues were with the previous schedule, because we only have 4 letter days. We've expanded our electives. We probably have added more than 30 new electives in the last 4 years in the high school. So not having those options, or having those options and not having the schedule, having the capacity to do it, made it very difficult of students getting blocked out of, let's say they wanted to take a high academic class and they also want to take a challenging elective. It wouldn't fit in the kids' classes the right way based on the rotating schedule. So now expanding the letter day gives us an option to do that, or give us more creativity and options in our schedule for kids.
Now
so
we're, about 5 months into the school year. Seems like it's great overall. Have there been any disadvantages to a new program, or has it all just been great so far?
I think it's been pretty good. I think this year, along with the administration, Ms. Fusco, Mr. Sweeney, Mary Fox, I think we've, over 4 years, we've had a better understanding of of the master schedule, and I think it's worked well. There hasn't really been any really major hiccups in the schedule.
No bumps. And that's what you want. We want to give our students the best that we can, the most choices that we have. We have been, and I've been in this studio now. You've been with us this is your 4th year.
Yep.
I've been in this studio here, which is new, for, better part of 15, 20 years. But we do, in addition to this, which is an inveterate class, we have brand new classes here, which I am a big fan of, and they're the new C-Tech programs. So I want to talk a little bit about the 2 new C-Tech, actually 3, that are here. Again, we're talking about advantages, disadvantages of a new system here. What were the advantages? Well, before I do that, what prompted C-Tech to be brought here?
Right.
And then as an administrator, what have been the advantages of bringing 3 C-Tech programs here?
Well, just basically starting with students first. I think having students the opportunity to have a better career readiness or different options for them, short term, or long term in life, I think it's been great. So we've had our criminal justice program, we've had cosmetology, you're in our video production program. These courses alone give kids, you got our students here working the cameras, just a more hands-on approach academically, I think is just great for our students in general. Now, as it relates to, the district cost savings, we have students that's actually, there's a certain amount of cost that our district pays when kids go out to a regular, to a BOCES program. Tuition them out, and we pay them to attend those programs. And we actually have the facility, so I think our superintendent district has done a nice job. We have the facility, we have the potential to offer our same courses inside our building, so why not give that option for our kids? And I believe, looking at our cosmetology program, I look at our video production program, our the facilities is top notch, and we've actually been lucky to hire 2 great teachers who are actually in the field and very experienced that really do a nice job with our students. So I think the benefits has been overwhelming, been great so far.
We have in our cosmetology program, we have Casey, who is just doing a bang-up job here in the television studio. We have a great addition in Dan, and Eddie's still with us in our other program. And I can tell you, having the kids in the afternoon who are going to cosmetology, they are just loving this program. What are you getting a sense from our kids when you talk to them?
Well, it's the same thing. I think, outside of the programs and facilities, but I think the quality of teaching, every student has nothing but great things to say about Mr. Avila, the relationship, the connection that they have, and especially in the criminal justice program, that hands-on relationship in that field is very crucial. It's very crucial in every class, but I think that also adds to the success of our program. The quality of the teachers that we've hired has been great for our program.
So just to kind of recap for folks at home, our new C-Tech programs are, one, it's been here a few years, criminal justice, cosmetology, which for those of you at home who don't know, they're actual sinks and cosmetology tools down there. I mean, it's fantastic. And then our third one is the communications. We're in our final segment. Let's wrap it up. There have been several recent building improvements, most of the bathrooms. What else is planned for our school as far as improvements to the building?
Well, the bathrooms are one of the things we've definitely been working on. But I think down the road, the overall, we're taking a good approach at looking at facilities, the cleanliness of the building. We're going to be looking at air conditioning, heating, cooling, different parts of the building. We had a big window wall project in the high school last summer to work on. I just think the district has done a nice job of taking a focus on looking at our facilities as a whole and what we can do always to improve the aesthetics of the high school.
Right, and though it tends to be an incendiary issue around here, or topic, I think also the school looks cleaner with the new paint. I mean, it's got a level of professionalism. And the artwork is still around, which is great, but it's cleaned up. Well, sir, thank you for being my first guest for a new school year. All right, that's it, everybody, and that wraps up for an edition of School Talk. Thank you for coming to visit me here on School Talk, and remember to subscribe to WVTA's channel on YouTube and to like us on Instagram. For School Talk on WVT, this is Nick Dileo. Until next time, Warwick, take care. We'll see you soon.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you!
She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze. Help up the hand.
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
Thank you, Mr. Dileo and Dr. Washington, for making our first edition of School Talk a great one. Students in Mr. Stoltz's architecture class are working on an affordable housing project. Here's the story.
The civil engineering and architecture class have been working on a project that has a significant real-life application.
They met with their client, they created a floor plan, they got their floor plan approved, and now they're moving on to Autodesk Revit.
Each student took on a client, and their task was to design a house for them. But there's a catch. The students have to adhere to guidelines put together by Habitat for Humanity, a non-profit organization that specializes in creating affordable housing. The task requires students to think critically, designing their homes to fit the requirements. The low-income housing ultimately benefits the community, as student Chandler Kent describes.
I think Habitat for Humanity really positively impacts the community by creating affordable housing for people who can't quite afford to purchase and have the mortgage of a regular house. So it's a nice way of doing something for the less privileged people.
Some students, like Amanda McGraw, aspire to go into this field after high school.
I just committed to a college and I'm looking to pursue engineering. I've liked this course so far, so I'm hoping to do something later on with architecture.
The work these students are doing is challenging because of the requirements and limitations of low-income housing, but in the end, it ultimately gives these students an insight into the real-world applications in this course.
Guys, make sure you're in an architectural template because some of you have moved seats. Use your time wisely.
The Warwick Valley High School Tabletop Gaming Club is keeping the spirit of classic board games alive. In its first meeting, over 20 students came. Beyond what they expected to find, they also ended up trying something new. Members break off into teams, with each member playing a different game.
Like Dungeons and Dragons and like good board games, you know, modern ones. And I thought it would be good to share them and like teach people how to play them and show people like my hobby, basically.
This helps members to meet other players and learn beyond what they already know. If you want to play classic board games while meeting someone new, head down to room 217 on Fridays during lunch.
Here at Warwick Valley High School, we hosted Jazz All-County Auditions. Here is Steve with the story.
Jazz Senior High and Junior High All-County auditions were held here at Warwick Valley High School on January 17th, 2018. Students from both vocal and instrumental ensembles prepared pieces rehearsed with their teachers and put their best foot forward in attempting to make the prestigious groups.
How are you feeling about your chances?
Oh, not good.
You ever plan to motor west?
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for watching our first 2018 edition of Wildcat News.
Tune in to the next show to see everything Warwick Valley High School has to offer.